Hey guys, this is John from Absolute Beginner Java. Let's go ahead and talk about the next topic. We're going to talk about variables, primitive types, and a little bit of math that has to do with those things. Let's go ahead and comment this out. And let's start with the top one. So this is just basic addition. We're going to have 1 plus 2. Well, when we assign a variable, we have to have a name. Name doesn't matter. You can call it ice cream, keyboard, hat, drink, whatever. But you have to tell the computer what it is. Otherwise, you're going to have kind of a problem because the computer's not going to have any idea what you're talking about. So we're going to call it an int, short for integer. So we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look and see what it is. System.out.println. So we're saying, please print out these arguments. So we're saying num plus num2, 1 plus 2 should equal 3. So let's see. Let's do a little sanity check, see if that works. Well, there you go. That works just fine. So let's move along to the next one. So what if we want to add decimals? Well, we can't call them ints because integers aren't decimals. So we have to have something to call them. Well, there's a couple different names that you can call them. However, for the most part, double will serve the purpose, especially in this case. So then we're going to have a type double. We're going to call it num. It's going to be 1.1. Then we're going to have num2, and it's going to be 2.4. Well, 1.1 plus 2.4 should equal 3.5. And let's see if that works. Well, there you go. It works. So in Java, with few exceptions, math is fairly easy, and there's not a whole lot that you can worry about. And the farther you go, the more you'll understand, and we'll go over a whole lot. So you're not going to need to worry. Let's talk about multiplication. Same thing as addition, same thing as subtraction, and it's just like you'd write it out on a piece of paper. Int num3 or int num equals 3, int num2 equals 2. We're going to take a look at what this is. We'll save it and run it. 3 times 2 is 6. It disagrees. We're great. Now, the interesting part about this is the fact that division isn't exactly the same. Division is a little bit different because if you were to divide something that has a decimal as an answer, which is what we have 3 over 2, but let's, just for argument's sake, let's make it 4 divided by 2. Well, there you go. 4.2, or 4 divided by 2 is 2. It's an interesting thing, though, that because both types were double, it came out 2.0, and as you remember from when we did the double up here, it thinks that there's a decimal when in all reality there isn't. So if we change these to int, save it and run it, it'll come out just straight 2, not 2.0. So what if we have 3 divided by 2, which we know is 1.5? What's going to happen then? Well, let's save it and run it. Well, comes out 1. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that, there's a decimal attached. So when you divide an int by an int, the outcome is going to be an int. So it'll basically round down to the closest number. And it'll, remember when you were a kid in math, there were still remainders? Well, that's kind of how computers work nowadays. But if we want to fix that, all we have to do is assign these as double. We'll save it, run it. Bam, there you go. Well, how about that? And there's a lot of cool stuff that you can use with that symbol. remainder, and there's little bits and pieces, and it's kind of cool, but we'll go over that at another point in time. So let's go to the last one. So there's something called a string. And a string is a series of characters that are put together. And I mean, you can call it a string of characters, and if you did, it'd fit in just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to concatenate two strings together. Concatenate meaning put together, and we'll see what comes out here. And we have to call it type string, and we don't have to, we have to declare it here, but we don't have to import anything into the development environment for Eclipse to know what a string is. It actually comes with it. So let's go ahead and take a look by doing system.out.println and then str plus str2. We'll save that and run it. Well, that's cool. It just comes back to back. Well, if we want to make it look a little prettier here, we'll do plus one space just to make it look better. You run it, and there you go. So what's happening here is we're printing this variable plus one space denoted by the double quotes on each side plus string or str2. And to tell the computer, or tell the computer what the string that you're trying to tell him is you put it in between these two double quotes, and that'll define. You can put it between single quotes or dual quotes or double quotes, whatever you want to call them, and that's pretty much it. We've gone over everything. I know, some of it was a little bit garbled. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please feel free to put them down in the comment area below. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I look forward to having you watch any more after that.